Hey there, my name is Shimon Sarkar, and today I'm excited to present Voya, my solution to revolutionize corporate travel management. The corporate travel market was valued at over $1.3 trillion in 2023 and is projected to keep growing. Despite this growth, corporate travel remains extremely inefficient, costly, and stressful. Manual processes such as relying on in-house travel coordinators can cost upwards of 50 to 80K annually per person, and TMCs or travel management companies can charge high service fees while lacking the flexibility required for last-minute changes or user preferences. On top of that, approximately 21% of business trips result in out-of-policy expenses, leading to millions in unplanned spending annually. And alongside of these issues, employees need to use disconnected systems for bookings, itinerary plannings, approvals, and expense management, leading to over 10 hours per trip spent reconciling travel details. Additionally, without consolidated analytics, companies cannot identify patterns in travel spending or negotiate with better vendor contracts, leading to continued overspending. These are exactly the issues that Voya is designed to resolve. Voya's hallmark feature is automation, handling flight, hotel, and dining reservations. In the event of delays or scheduling conflicts, bookings are reconfigured in real time to ensure seamless travel. Over 64% of business travelers cite booking changes as a major source of stress, and Voya tackles this directly. Additionally, direct integration with Google Calendar aligns travel plans with existing meetings, ensuring no scheduling conflicts and providing employees with a clear, unified schedule. Additionally, Voya empowers employees to book and manage travel directly through its user-friendly portal, eliminating the need for costly intermediaries or third-party agents, which might require a lot of back-and-forth emailing and phone calls. And as the icing on top, there are features such as group travel coordination, AI-powered personalization, expense tracking and reimbursement, and policy compliance, ensuring that overspending is minimized. So who needs Voya, and what is the market potential? Voya's core customers are companies and industries where travel is essential to operations and directly impacts their success. Industries like consulting, technology, finance, and healthcare all require their employees to travel a great deal. The current market size is estimated to be roughly $1.37 trillion, but is projected to go up to $1.8 trillion in 2027. Additionally, with the popularity and growth of hybrid and remote work, it is essential for us to optimize travel. There are many pain points that employees and coordinators currently experience, such as having to spend 5 to 7 hours per trip managing bookings, expense reports, and itineraries, leading to inefficiency. There's also a lack of personalization in all of this, leading to further frustration, and companies often experience overspending because of non-compliance. Hence, that is where Voya comes in, to streamline all of these workflows with automation and to integrate everything into one easy-to-use portal. There are a few alternatives and solutions that currently exist, but none of them quite address all of the issues that Voya does. Traditional travel management companies such as Amex, CWT, and BCD Travel all provide full end-to-end travel booking and support. However, they come with high service fees, manual processes, slow adjustments, and generic booking options. There are booking platforms such as Expedia for Business, Booking.com for Business, and Kayak for Business, but while these platforms offer self-service tools for flights, hotels, and transportation, they lack policy enforcement and centralized expense tracking. There are also many great expense management tools, such as SAP Concur, Expensify, and Zoho Expense. And while these tools focus on expense reporting, policy compliance, and automated reimbursements, they don't integrate real-time itinerary updates or provide AI-driven booking capabilities. Lastly, emerging SaaS solutions such as TravelPerk, Navan, and Egencia partially automate travel and expense management, but have limitations in terms of personalization, dynamic rebooking, and real-time workflow flexibility. And, as we'll see in the upcoming demo, these are all issues that Voya addresses. Lastly, I'd like to cover a couple of my findings from personal research. I surveyed 25 individuals working in corporate environments, particularly in consulting, tech, and finance industries, who frequently travel for businesses. Respondents answered yes or no questions related to various pain points, preferences, and key features they value in a travel management tool. And, across the board, the majority of people felt as though travel management could be improved and optimized. That's enough talking. Now let's go see it in action. For my proof of concept product demo, I decided to build a fully functional website where I can feature Voya's main functionalities. To start, a user is prompted to log in. I've set up Google OAuth to handle secure login. Today, I'll be logging in with my Columbia email. As you can see, we are prompted to give permission to access our calendars because Voya is designed to integrate with Google Calendars and design itineraries around that. So I'll press allow, and here is the main dashboard. What I can see here are previous trips completed, reimbursement breakdown, and cost per trip, so I can have some sort of analysis of how my trips have been going. Down here, I can view more reimbursement information, so I can see that I stayed at a hotel for $800 and that was reimbursed. And here I can view my upcoming trips. So I have one to New York City, one from New York City to Boston, and one from Boston to Chicago. For today's demo, I'll be going over a trip to NYC for a 2-day conference. Now, here on the right-hand side, we can see the trip policy. So hotels are limited to $400 per night, flights are booked through approved vendors, and meals are reimbursed up to a certain amount. At the top here, we have a Google Calendar integration where I can view all of the events on my calendar. Down here, I have a map of New York City because that is where I'm traveling to, and here are the projected expenses. Now, let's begin the demo. The conference is a 2-day conference happening on the 11th and 12th of December. We know that if we are to fly to New York City from SF, we would need a flight to New York City on the 10th and a flight back on the 13th. Coming over here to our Google Calendar, we can see the conferences have been uploaded to our Google Calendar. Coming back to Voya, now let's see if Voya can generate an itinerary that accounts for the flights, the hotel stays, and dinner reservations all together. So currently Voya is processing all the data, and it has booked a flight on the 10th, booked a dinner reservation on Wednesday and Thursday, and booked a flight back on the Friday. If we zoom into the week, we can see the exact times of each reservation and each flight. Coming over here to our Google Calendar, we can see that this too has been automatically updated by Voya with the latest details. And each of these flights have been auto-booked with the airline through APIs, and each of these reservations have been done using Resi's API. Coming back here to Voya, let's assume that there is a flight delay, so we can no longer take flight A. What will Voya do to handle that? Here, we can see that Voya has now moved from flight A to booking of flight C, which happens earlier in the day from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., which means that we are still able to make it just in time for the conference. Additionally, if we scroll down here, we can see all the projected expenses. So the flight to NYC, flight C, flight back to SF, flight B, we have their total cost, and they comply with the trip policy of flights being approved by vendors and hotel stays being within $400 per night. Additionally, meals have been reserved and they also comply. Transfer is also auto-calculated, so that each Uber can be projected beforehand instead of coming up as an unexpected expense later on. And we have the total projected expense here. Now, let's really test Voya's flexibility. Let's say that we have some emergency meeting on Thursday, even though we have dinner scheduled at 6. How will Voya handle that? So once again, Voya is processing all of the details, and what Voya is able to do is accommodate for this emergency meeting from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. and move the reservation for restaurant B down to 7 p.m. instead of having it originally at 6. So what we're able to see is that Voya is extremely flexible and is able to automatically book and rebook things on the fly. And what this essentially does is it takes that pain, that stress off of any travel coordinators or the employees themselves, and also offers all projected expenses beforehand. Additionally, this map is for ease of use. It allows the user to get a good understanding of where they will be traveling, what locations they might need to be at. So one last look at our Google Calendar, we can see that the latest schedule has been uploaded to the Google Calendar, and it's super smoothly integrated to update each time Voya makes a change. So that essentially covers all the features of Voya. There are many more parts. Obviously, I could not implement all of it, but these are some of the main advantages that Voya has over any sort of competitor. Thank you for watching.